rousing welcome for Prime Minister Modi in Greece continues. To get us more, we're crossing over CNN News 18's Abhishek Jha. Abhishek, so the visuals that we're showing your viewers are again of a very warm welcome from the Indian diaspora in Greece. Tell us more about the people-to-people ties that the two nations enjoy.
We know that there has been in India and Greece, and even in the country, and they have been a very active contributor to the socio-economic, culture trade of the nation, engaging of people-to-people exchanges also, and most of the Indian community members they there, and they have been themselves in Greece while being very loyal to the value system of the Greece. A few Indian professionals they work multinational organizations also like banking, insurance and software sectors. Indians are also very in Greece as students. A lot of Indians go to tourists, go engage of also the people. Apart from that, we have seen the increase in having a more robust as well. For now,
Right, Abhishek, there seems to be a bit of an audio issue with you. We'll try to reestablish that connection. Do stay with us. We're going to cross over to CNN News 18 Siddhant Mishra. Siddhant, so the viewers that were showing our visuals are of the Prime Minister interacting with the Indian diaspora. He's at his hotel. He's greeting members of the Indian diaspora on the ground. Tell us more about the significance of this visit.
It is significant in a lot of ways, and perhaps a lot of factors are playing in the backdrop. Now, since you were asking Aisha, and we were discussing that how there is already a well-established defense cooperation between India and Greece. Then, for example, many military experts believe that Greece is a part of US-led NATO alliance, and it could be a great tactical help to the Indian Air Force, as the HAF, the Air Force of Greece, operates Rafale jets, and Rafale jets are new for the Indian Air Force. Also, Indian Air Force can learn more about the F-16CD, which Pakistani Air Force uses. So that level of cooperation is already established between India and Greece. And we already have a civilizational ties, and India and Greek were a strong army back in those days. And in Greek army, if we talk about when in fact India did a nuclear test in 1998, most Western countries were thinking about imposing sanctions on India, but Greece went out of the Greece and stood by India, signing a memorandum of understanding on defense cooperation that year. Perhaps also Greece supports India on the Kashmir issue, which as per Greece is an internal matter for India. And as a gesture, India supports Greece on the Cyprus issue. So there is a long-standing Cyprus-Turkey-Greece issue. So India supports a Cyprus issue for the support that Greece extends to India with regard to Kashmir. So there is a great understanding. There is a deep cooperation between the in the defense sector. Now we could expect a further deepening of cooperation in the strategic sector with regard to security and maritime security. At the same time, as I mentioned, that the port which India is looking for, perhaps an opportunity in Greece as a gateway to the European markets, could be the latest development likely on the cards. Back to you.
Absolutely, Siddhant. I'm going to request that you stay with us. Again, we're going to listen into some voices from the Indian diaspora.
जनसंघ जी
कब से रह रहे हैं आप ग्रीस?
29 साल हो गए।
क्या करते हैं?
हमारा बिजनेस है।
बिजनेस।
हाँ जी।
मोदी जी आए आज, भव्य स्वागत।
बहुत अच्छा लगा जी, मोदी साहब आए। हमारा फख्र हमारी शान ऊपर हुई है। तो देखो 40 साल बाद मोदी साहब इधर आए हैं। पहले जब इंदिरा गांधी होती थी आए थे 40 साल पहले, अभी मोदी साहब आए हैं। हमारा बहुत फख्र मान ऊपर आया कि मोदी साहब इधर आए। हमारे को बहुत अच्छा लगा। जो डील करके जाएंगे बहुत अच्छी करके जाएंगे, तो हमारी इंडिया का नाम ऊपर करके जाएंगे।
पीएम के आने के बाद से क्या ऐसा यहाँ पे जो रहते हैं ग्रीस में जो
किरण शर्मा और आज मोदी जी जो हमारे बीच जहाँ आए हैं, हम लोगों को बहुत खुशी की बात है जो 40 साल के बाद आज ग्रीस में हमारे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी आए। जैसे वो मेरे पास आए तो मैंने जय श्री राम का जयकारा लगाया तो वो मेरे पास आए और मैंने उनको गुजराती में बोला मोटा भाई केम छो, तो उन्होंने मुझे गुजराती में ही जवाब दिया मजा मां, और मेरे से हाथ मिलाया और बहुत खुश हुए, बात की। बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं मोदी जी, क्योंकि मैं गुजरात में पहले रहा हूँ इसलिए मुझे गुजराती आती है।
तो आज आपने
26 years.
26 years.
Yeah.
So PM Modi has arrived.
It's a great moment for us, which PM Modi arrives in Athens in Greece. So it will give us a great pleasure. Like in Greek community also, we will have a good name, the Indians. Always we have a good name here in all the communities. So अभी मोदी जी यहाँ पे आए हैं, we are feeling very good.
आज ढोल बजे सर, पंगा हुआ सर, आज कई नारे भी लगाए।
Of course यहाँ पे मोदी जाते हैं, of course the people loves him and उनके जो उन्होंने अच्छे काम किए हैं पूरी दुनिया के लिए, पूरे इंडिया के लिए, जो बाहर लोग रह रहे हैं उनके लिए, so of course it's a pleasure to him here.
ढोल नगाड़े बजे यहाँ पंगड़ा हुआ।
हाँ जी, बहुत शानदार सारे स्वागत किया, जयकारों की गुंजा नाल स्वागत किया। सिख भाईचारा साडा बहुत ज़्यादा इकट्ठा होया, बहुत उम्मीदां है ते साडे प्रधानमंत्री जी 40 साल बाद ग्रीस विच पहुंचे आ। सारे बहुत दिल दे गहराइयां तो उन्होंने धन्यवाद किया जी। हाँ जी
हाँ जी, बहुत खुशी हुई है मोदी साहब ग्रीस में आए ने 40 साल बाद ते सानू बड़ियां उम्मीदां इन्हां दे ते जो साडियां उम्मीदां हैगियां ने वो पूरियां होणगियां। वाहिगुरू खालसा वाहिगुरू फतेह।
Now, crossing back over to CNN News 18, Siddhant Mishra, to get us more details on the one-day visit today. Siddhant, you know, we're showing our viewers the visuals of that very warm welcome that the Prime Minister is getting from Indian Diaspora members. What are the specific details that we have about the events of the Indian Diaspora community that we're going to be seeing take place later today?
Well, you know, there's going to be the proper diaspora event, which has been planned by the Indian government for the diaspora community in Greece. There's a small Indian diaspora in Greece, but a very powerful and influential diaspora. And perhaps we were listening to some of the voices where you know, we could sense that how excited they are for Prime Minister Modi's visit to Greece. And they very well remember when in 1983 Indira Gandhi went to Greece, and now the second time an Indian Prime Minister is going to Greece, despite having deep defense people-to-people exchange between the two countries. So Prime Minister Modi has realized the importance of Greece, and perhaps also has realized, Indian policymakers have realized that Mediterranean countries could become a gateway for India for the European markets, and that is the one driving one agenda which has perhaps made this particular visit of Prime Minister Modi to Greece possible. And as far as you know, there's a huge support for Prime Minister Modi. There is a huge fan following and popularity of Prime Minister Modi in Greece and perhaps all of the world. And even the government of Greece also understands it very well, that how popular Prime Minister Modi is, and his policies with regard to Global South, with regard to African Union, also you know, the way India is advancing in technology, in you know, doing India is engaging more with the other countries when it comes to AI, quantum computing. So you know, the world knows India's approach, and this is a reason that, you know, the biggest ship maker, the boat maker, Greece, which has aced this particular the shipbuilding, it could be very important for India, and even Greece also wants to engage India more, because Greece also understands the importance of Indo-Pacific, the growing competition, the sharpening of geopolitical competition. So Greece understands it. Greece understands it very well, and this is a reason that the way India has shown warmth. The Prime Minister Modi has shown warmth after getting down from the aircraft, and the way he has been welcomed. The same warmth and enthusiasm has also been shown by the Greece, the government of Greece. And in fact, there were some protests which were planned by some anti-India groups, some powerful groups against India. They had planned some protest on the arrival of Prime Minister Modi, and as a goodwill gesture, the government of Greece has put a blanket ban on those protests which were expected to take place. So one can easily understand that the importance of India, the importance of Greece, the way Greece is giving importance to India and Prime Minister Modi, and this is the reason that I've been saying that we could expect some game-changing, some significant announcement by later in this evening, or perhaps post the meeting of the two prime ministers. We could expect something major which could further strengthen the cooperation between the two countries.
Absolutely. Siddhant, we've also been talking about how Greek culture is going to make its way into this visit. We're showing our viewers visuals of the Prime Minister interacting with the Indian diaspora right now. And he seems to be, he has a garland of flowers. He's also wearing a headpiece which seems to be resembling the Greek tania, which was worn in ancient Greek costumes. But there's no confirmation on whether that is actually the headpiece which he's wearing. But tell us more about what we're going to be seeing when it comes. Now, you've talked to us about the Indian diaspora events, and tell us more about the business meetings that we're going to be seeing.
Well, yes, you spoke about the tradition that has. So going back to the days when in fact there was an India-Greek combined kingdom. So even so both the countries have civilization ties, and Prime Minister Modi understands very well the importance of messaging. And he's in fact famous for speaking in the local dialect, for engaging with the local community, culture, wearing the local attire. So Prime Minister Modi understands the importance of the Greek civilization and the kind of contribution the Greek civilization has made to the Indian civilization, because Greek is also an old civilization just like India.
Absolutely.
So Prime Minister also knows that, and that particular bond is something which Prime Minister Modi is going to revive, or perhaps to strengthen, or by taking this particular visit to Greece.
Absolutely. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us those very important details. We're going to continue to cover the Prime Minister's visit to Greece, but for right now, we're going to be heading into a short break. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.